The Scarlet Knights headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Dante Moore. Complete. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Now on 1st down from the 43. Moore to the air. He's going for the big play. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing right, and they can't make the connection.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
3rd and long right here. Moore to the air again. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Chambliss. Throws for the tight end. Left side is Green. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And the Scarlet Knights, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking for room. It's Dickey. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Second down, gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Wants to throw on first. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Wants to throw. It's Chambliss. Shoots it to the left. Picked off to stop the threat. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Moore. Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Quick give. It's Lacy. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They give it back to him. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Plows his way ahead. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still looking for our first score of the game as we start the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here's Moore to throw. Unloads it left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Hits inside. It's Lacy. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB. And
he's in! Touchdown, Hurricanes! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Running inside, it's Dickey. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rides to the back. Can't get him to the ground. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. Moving the pocket, it's Chambliss. Oh, pressure's coming. Got room at the 35. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
From the gun, it's Dickey. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Right side, it's Green. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Throwing more. Rush right in his face. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wilson on the screen. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go play action with Moore. Rush is on. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. Dante Moore. Out wide right, it's Lacy. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Cradles it at the 35. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And the Hurricanes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Fires left. He makes a catch. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. He's got enough. There's some room. Touchdown, Rutgers! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Moore. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
In the gun on third down, Moore. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're testing the right side here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Trying to squeak through the pile. And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And the Scarlet Knights looking to convert on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. Got to make the play on 4th. Makes a grab past the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So 1st down will open up the final period. The run inside. It's Dickey.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Making the adjustment on the play. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Rolls right, slings it downfield. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Five defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
After that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, expecting them to go ahead, kick a field goal here and make this a two-possession game.
And he got it! And now the lead is even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Here's Moore to throw. He wants a big play here late. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
After that negative play against a goal line defense, it's really, really tough out in the field to not want to take a shot right now because there's nobody deep on defense. You've got one-on-ones on an island with your wide receivers, and they are begging to have a fade ball thrown their way.
Nowhere to go. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. To throw, it's Chambliss. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. Punt is in the air on fourth down. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He goes out of bounds, short of the marker. They'll turn it over on downs, and this one is going to be over. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Throwing Moore. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play, clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Fourth down, Moore. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with the W.
A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us as the season